Okay, give me 1 second. I will. Definitely not picking up right. I want to see if I can live stream this on YouTube, and I don't want the quality get bad. So we'll start very soon. It's not going to take long. Today practice will be quite express for manifestation. As of now, I'd like for you to just focus on what it is you want to manifest. Think about why you want to manifest it. Get your clear intention here, right? Make sure that this manifestation, this practice won't hurt anyone, that it's, So we'll start very soon. Okay, so awesome. We have a live stream here. Okay, so yeah, make sure that, and let me know in the chat if the video is delayed a little bit, and how do you see me? How can you hear me? Like, is that good? The quality of the video, if that's delayed, I'm going to stop live stream right now, because just send like something like plus, or like, no, everything is fine, thumb up, or if it's not fine, then I'm just gonna stop the live stream, because I don't want you to kind of look at the video that is okay. All right, awesome. That looks normal. Okay, got it. I guess we picked up. Okay, so welcome everyone who is watching live right now. This is Manifest Anything with Neurographics, and this practice is going to be every Sunday on Facebook group, and I'll post the links so you can join to the description box below. My name is Julia Darcy, and I'm glad to welcome you here. So during the session, if you have any questions, you can put in the chat here on Zoom, if you're on Zoom, or on Facebook Live. Okay, I will ask not to turn on your video or microphone, right? So I want this session to be full and kind of like in the flow. If you have any questions, you can always ask me in the comment section right there, or in the chat as of now. So this is the second practice for manifestation. And as I said, it's going to be every Sunday, free. You can join anything you want to manifest. And, I've been doing this for quite a while, and I see amazing results. And I thought I want to share this with you guys. So today we're going to do a session that will remove any blocks or limitations in a way, right? If you want to manifest anything and it's not in your life, that means something is blocking it. Something is blocking the materialization of this thing, which means it's either you, right? Because subconsciously, sometimes even if we want something, there could be fear of getting it, right? Like people want to get rich, but they're afraid of that. If they're going to get rich, their friends will be not so genuine with them, and they're going to stay with them just because they're rich or something like that, right? People want to have partners, but subconsciously they afraid that this partner will take up all the space, all the time. Maybe some family members will kind of be against it, or ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, or even if there is not ex, but something. So sometimes we want something, but subconsciously we have blocks, and sometimes we're not aware of those blocks. So this session will kind of help you with this, and we need to clear the way for this to happen, right? For any manifestation to happen, it has to be, as I said, clear intention. It has to be an intention that you have, and it's not harming anyone, right? You cannot persuade or push anyone to be your partner, for example, right? That's not going to work like this. Manifestation won't work in this way. You can only manifest anything that's meaningful for you and you only. What else? You gotta have that intention very clear, and like with gratitude in a way, right? So all the time you manifest something, try to think that it's already happened. How are you going to feel? I'm going to guide you during the session, exactly like, through the process, but I want you right now to feel and know how it's going to happen. Now, when we manifesting thing, we should be able to let it go. which means I'm going to be okay if that happens, or not okay if that won't happen. Why? Because sometimes the space, the universe, and stuff like that, whatever you believe in right now, knows better what's best for you, right? And sometimes we want certain things, but we don't see the bigger picture. For example, if you manifest, a new house, maybe, and you move in there, and there would be like, I don't know, earthquake, for example, like, right, God forbid, but something like that, and you're gonna end up paying for insurance or whatever, or for restoration, right? And sometimes the space, the universe won't let you manifest it because that's not going to be good for you. So we only can set up an intention, a clear, pure intention, and we should be able to let it go and just observe the way that it's going to be manifesting, right? You also have to know why you need this, right? Why do you need this in your life? Again, as I said, it could not harm anyone. That won't work. So I wouldn't recommend you even thinking about it, right? Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to switch the camera, and we're going to start. And I'm going to open up our space with my magical book right here. Okay, and I'm going to guide you through the process. So any questions that you're going to have, text in the chat, in the comment section, and let's dive into our session. All right, here we go. Okay, great. So I'm going to open up the space right now. This is my ritual. I always do this. This is like a message from the universe that I'm channeling from this book. The soul, the spirit within is perfect and is an extension of God into this level. The consciousness on this level is continuously progressing. If you can awaken to the dual nature of yourself and others, you are awakening to spirit in greater reality, right? Okay, it's exactly what I said right now. So it can happen and cannot happen, right? Duality. So we need to be okay with this. We need to be aware that there's duality in our world, and this is how it's how it's going on. Okay, hi, Iver, I would like to ask you to turn off the camera because we're broadcasting. So I want to, I want others to see what's going on right now. And also, for those who just joined, every questions in the comments in the chat section, right? Do not turn on your microphone during the session itself. And let's start. So I'd like for you to kind of like charge your space. This is your space we have right now. I hope you have this white sheets. You're gonna need 2 of those. And before we do that, I'd like for you to write down what it is you are going to be manifesting. And I would advise you to work on the one topic, right? So I'm working on getting people, into my course with Neurographics that I'm doing. It's a transformational course, very deep, very strong. So I need specific I guess type of people who would join this course, because again, it's very intense, I would say. But for those who are not, just new in self-development, it's going to be maybe a little bit, but you never know. Anyway, so this is what I'm working on, and this is the second section that I will be doing that. And right now we're gonna do a short exercise, and I'm gonna write topic, and I'm gonna write here people for the course that it's called Reset. This is my course that I'm launching very soon. So what I want you to do right now, I'm gonna set up the timer for 2 minutes, and I'd like for you to write down any words. And today we're going to be writing down something like any blocks that you think are blocking you from getting this, right? That we're going to be removing limitations today, removing sanctions in a way. And if, as I said, if it's not in your life, that still something is blocking you. So these words would be anything that you think is preventing you from getting it, right? Or any words that are going to come into your mind. You're welcome to write it down right now. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer for 2 minutes. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, let's just write it down. All right, this is it. So let's count our words. 25. Okay, so it should be for you 18 plus minus 2, right? It could be more. So I have 25 right here. And this is the exercise that will kind of like awaken all the neural connections that we have in our brain for this topic, right? So we need to open up our space, we need to open up our vision, we need to see more and broader. So this exercise exactly helps you with this. And I have, like, let's say if I'm going to be evaluating my work right now, my exercise, this exercise, I'm going to look at those, you know, and I have like English and Russian words here mixed up. I'm going to look at the words and ask myself, how do I feel after writing it down? So first couple of words were exactly what I said, the blocks that I think that are blocking me right now from getting this to materialize in my life, right? Those were the blocks. So when I wrote down the blocks, I kind of like let it go, you know, like okay. It's like when you hold certain emotion, for example, anger. If you just write down, for example, on a sheet of paper, you're gonna instantly feel relief because you just get it out of your system, right? So that's how I feel right now. And next words are just very light words. I see connect, I see universe, I see new people, trust. So for me, this doesn't trigger it doesn't trigger anything negative for me, but in your case you might maybe. So if you have those words that you have, like let's say I have fear, right? I'm going to write it down here, and probably I'm just going to do another session with this specific topic to just get rid of it. All right, so I would like for you to just fold this right now, right like this, and just don't don't put it away anywhere. So we're going to be writing down here your reflection. So right now we're gonna charge our space, right? And I'm gonna ask you to just put 2 hands on the sheet of paper that you have in front of you and close your eyes. Make sure your feet are on the ground, you grounded, your back is straight, you feel connected, okay? And I'm gonna ask you to make a deep breath in and out. And in. And while you're breathing, imagine that this thing that you want to manifest in your life has already happened, right? I want you to express gratitude to the universe, to things, to events that happen, to people around you that may help you or help the space to give you this, what you're working on. I want you to raise your vibrations. I want you to feel blessed. I want you to feel happy right now about this event, right? That it's happened and you feel absolutely amazing about it, all right? And charge your sheet of paper here with these emotions. You feel inspired, you feel courageous, you feel valued. Mm-hmm. All right, and where is my marker? Ran away from me anyway. Okay, so take your marker, take any color that you want. I'm gonna do with the black color because that's gonna be a very good contrast for my brain to see it. And I'm gonna draw a frame just like this. So this is just because, you know, when you work on limitations, you don't want to work on limitations forever, right? I want to make it shorter. I want to concise everything, you know, resize everything in a smaller kind of like space. And I'm going to work on it right now. So right now, what we're going to do, you're gonna watch me first, and then you're going to do exactly what I do. Okay. Just watch me first. Please don't start. It's very important that you just do exactly how I will be doing right now. So right now I'm gonna feel, and maybe you can look at your words right now. What is blocking you? Feel every I would say lower vibrational emotions because they're still in you, right? You can exaggerate your emotions even right now. Maybe you don't feel that angry or sad or, you know, kind of disgust with the situation or hurt. Just, I want you to feel that like 10 times more because I want you to gather everything that you think preventing this, if you blocking you, if you maybe, you know, feel guilty or you're blaming yourself. And I'm gonna start breathing very intensely, very fast. And I'm gonna pretend that I am directing all of those emotions from my entire body to the tip of the marker right here. Just watch me first and then you repeat. Imagine that you're running. Here we go. That's my explosion. Wait, don't do it right now. It's very important that you do it less than 3 seconds. Don't try to don't try to do this, right? As you see, it's very like, just use all the space in here, okay? So now on the count of 3, we're gonna start breathing again with you. I'm gonna guide you through the process. Start breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and imagine every emotion, every negative emotion that you ever felt about this topic, if you want to, that you want to manifest in your life, and just direct this emotion from your body to the tip of the marker. And on the count of 3, you're gonna make this explosion on your sheet of paper, okay? 3 seconds, not more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay. Okay, good. So you may feel a little bit lightheaded right now because of the breathing. It's fine. And I want you to stop right now, and I want you to notice how you feel when you let out of your entire body those emotions that were kind of like sitting maybe inside of you, even though if you know exaggerated them a little bit. So we want to make sure everything is out, right? So I will ask, how do you feel? And like you answer right now, you can also write it down on a sheet of paper for you. I feel definitely lighter. I feel definitely my mood has a little bit changed a little bit, right, about this topic. I feel more inspired, right? I feel that I let go of those emotions that were inside of me. And next, what I'm going to do is, if you haven't watched the videos how to draw neurographic line, please do that. I'm not going to explain this in this video, in this session. That's on you. What we're going to do is I'm going to just see where I have my explosion, where it's abruptly ended, right? And this is here right now. So I'm going to prolong it with neurographic line, just like that, right? So I want to make it, because in the nature, you're never going to find anything straight, right? It's only human being, like we made it straight. In nature, everything is bionic, everything is neurographic, like the line are like this. If you're in a plane and you look down, you see the rivers, you see, you know, the mountains, the hills, that they create these lines actually. So we want our space and the manifestation and our energy to be also very natural, bionic, because everything is, we live in, you know, we're surrounded by nature, we're surrounded by people, we're surrounded by other people, by other realities in a way, right? So next, I'm going to start with this line, and also I'm going to make it neurographic, just like that. And I would like to ask you to do it very carefully, very neat, you know, so it's pleasant for you to look at your drawing. And next step is just, I'm gonna do exactly the same with every straight line that I have in here. I'm just gonna draw on top this neurographic line. I'm dissolving this explosion. I want to make it beautiful. I want all limitations that are on my way for manifesting this to go away. Help yourself with breath and see how you feel. Notice how you feel. If you have any tension in your body, if something, you know, like you have muscle tensions or something is hurting you, just write it down. You need to notice that. It's your subconscious mind. And again, with anything, with any change in our life, whether it's a good change and you manifesting something very beautiful for you, you're going to meet face to face with resistance from your subconscious mind, because your brain doesn't really want you to change. You're fine, you're safe right now. What if you change and anything happens to you? What if it's going to hurt you? What if you're going to be disappointed, right? So that's why our brain is protecting us. So next step is I'm going to see where I have, if I have any angles within my explosion, and I'm going to round them to make them smooth. There should be no sharp angles in this work. Angle is the conflict. So we want to avoid, not that we want to avoid, we want to deal with the conflict. I'm sorry. We want to deal with the conflict. We're not running away from the conflict, but we know that we can round it just like that. And conflicts could be as interpersonal and, you know, with someone. Maybe someone doesn't really want you to manifest certain things because you're going to change, right? So we're going to deal with this right now. So there are no sharp angles in my work anymore, as I see. So you just check yours. And my next step is going to be, I need to dissolve this because this exists right now in my space. I don't want it to exist. I want no walls, no limitations for my manifestation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where should I draw a neurographic line in order for this explosion to just disappear in the lines. And please, let me show you something. So imagine that this, for example, this is your, right here, right? This is your explosion, right? for instance. Please, I'm going to ask you not to draw lines like that, right? Why? Because you make it even more visible. You see, like I can see it. It's right here. So just watch what I do. I'm drawing lines all over, just like that, right? So make it beautiful and dissolve it, not to make it more noticeable for your eye. And every line that's when you draw a line, just try to see if not try to see, like if you see the angles, right, just right away go around them. Okay, don't leave it for tomorrow. Deal with this right there. Mhm. And I want you to focus on that exact thing that you are working right now. Moreover, I'd like for you to focus on your emotions and feelings. How would you feel? And really, really try to get deep inside of you and see what kind of emotions and feelings you're going to be experiencing when this event or this thing that you're right now working on will manifest. Maybe it's a change within yourself. Maybe someone wants to work on, like, increasing self-confidence, um, increasing self-esteem. It's also a thing that you can work on, right? It could be loving relationships. It could be meeting a person that you would like for you to be your partner. Could be money, right? Could be new work, new career, maybe even. And really try to immerse into the process. Try to stay within. Any distractions right now, they're just, if something happens or somebody calls you or whatever, those are also it's also resistant, right? We know that resistance is natural for any change. In order for the flower to grow, it needs to overcome, when it's just a seed, it needs to overcome the pressure of the earth, right? Of the ground. Then it needs to overcome certain weather conditions. So in nature always faced with resistance. So we are part of nature. We are constantly growing. We're changing, and if that would be that easy, everybody would do this or have this, right? But it's like a natural selection in a way. So you don't need to be afraid of resistance or think that you will never deal with this. Because remember, if you believe in something, that's exactly what you're gonna have. It's like if you believe you can or you can't, both statements are true. And remember that you are doing it for yourself. So try to stay in the flow, in this creative flow. Try to make it as beautiful as possible for yourself. because human beings are also creatures that love beauty. We subconsciously and consciously, yes, we are attracted to beautiful things. And for everyone, of course, beauty means different things, but we kind of like striving for our life to be beautiful, for things around us to be beautiful, right? So when you work on this and you do this session, try to make it as beautiful for you as possible. So I've noticed that right now I'm gonna write it down. I have a little bit of headache right now, and it's always like every time I do the session with neurographics, I always have just a slight headache. And for me right now, is I know that that's the change that is going on, right? Like my neurons are changing, and right now when I'm doing it, I'm fully immersed into the process. So I'm getting certain insights from myself, right, from my subconscious mind. And the deeper you can go, the more insights you will receive. I also see that my nose. Um, it kind of like feels stuffy, right? Even though there's nothing there, but my airways are kind of clogged. So I'll just write it down. I've noticed it. It's here. Okay. So anything, and I also feel just a little bit sleepy right now. Mhm. Here, you notice it, and funny enough that I just wrote about my airways, and they opened up. Work on any angle that you notice here, okay? Especially in this algorithm, it's very important to round everything, to make everything uh, harmonically beautiful, I would say. Also, try to use the entire space in here, right? So if you have a lot of lines, let's say here and then on the top, of the list, right, of the paper, try to make it the same in here. So it won't be like a lot of lines in the middle and then nothing in the end. So we want to make it very, we want to utilize the space, right? So why would you, if you want to manifest anything, why would you just use like 20%? You would use probably all 100%, right, of the capacity. So same here. We want to make, and the lines here, they also represent energy. They represent the movement. They represent that right now we are dissolving our conflict in society. So in the outer world, I would say, and uh, and we don't live like within our world. We don't just have our reality, right? We want to harmonically uh, strive within others' realities as well, right? So right now, in this step, by adding the lines, we're dissolving it and we're making it coherent with the realities, with people around us, right? So there would be no conflicts, or they will be solved very easily. Help yourself with breath. Don't. Oh, my airways are open right now. Mhm. So I would like to ask you to just stop for a second um, and close your eyes right now. And see, what do you see in front of you? It's funny. I see the sky. It's like I'm floating in a cloud right now. They're very close. They're very fluffy. It's blue sky, sunny day. Mhm. And whatever you saw, you can just write it down here. Mhm. So I'm noticing that I feel uh, lighter now, and my headache is gone. I also feel relaxed. Great. So I think that's enough for me. I have enough lines in here. So during the process, I may just add certain lines, and you also can do this anytime you want. So just make sure that everything looks harmonically beautiful. You can make some lines thicker. You can add thin lines just like that, because in Neurographics, we do have three different sizes of the line, right? We can just, as if you wanted to create, let's say, a 3D model. Mhm. Okay, I think that's good for me. I barely can see my explosion that was in the beginning. So this is exactly how you should also evaluate if that's enough line for you. If you can really see it, but be honest with you, because sometimes people go, no, I can't see it. I'm like, well, that's very visible, like you can still see it. So just go ahead and add more lines, maybe add more size to certain lines to make to shift the contrast from this angle or center, as in my case, for example, to this center, so this angle. So I will just make lines just a little bit thicker here to shift the focus, to kind of spread the focus throughout this. And next, I'm gonna add color, right? We're gonna color everything. We're going into the archetypes steps, creating these colors. And interestingly enough, I thought that I'm gonna make it and this is gonna be monochrome. So choose the colors, and we're just gonna be adding the same like colors from the same spectrum. I thought I'm gonna make it like greenish, but now when I opened up everything, I'm like, no, I want to actually make it more like yellow, orangey, maybe just even a little bit of this light green in here. So yeah, choose the colors that you feel like I want to make it here. I'm going to make these colors, and I'm going to start with orange. I'm sorry, orange with yellow. As you can see, yellow, you can probably tell which color is my favorite, right? Yellow is barely here. So, and in neurographics, we are coloring through the shapes like that. Do not color one shape and then another one. This is the flow. It's like a spectrum, This is the light that is coming into your drawing. Sorry, I'm shifting away sometimes when I'm adding colors, like it's just such a flow. Okay, and I highly recommend you not to color everything at once, right? Just leave some space, because if there's white, and white space is also white color is also color, is the air, right? Also, I want to remind you that we color two shapes that are standing next to each other. I explained last session that there's duality, and exactly what the book told us, duality. So within ourselves, we have for example, the thought that's one way, in another thought that is completely opposite way. This is the pair. Everything exists like this in nature. If you look at the history, there was always a bad guy and a good guy, right? So it's a balance. Duality is the balance. Chaos and order, it's the balance. So when we coloring in neurographics, we cannot leave one shape, like lonely shape. We can either color it in the same color that is next to it, or add a line in between. So it would be two shapes, all right? Okay, so let's move on. Oof. It's not necessary to go outside the frame, right? before you color, just look at the drawing and ask yourself, like, where do I want to add this exact color, right? And also see how you feel right now. What do you think? What kind of thoughts do you have? How does your body feel right now? What kind of emotions are you experiencing? So this is exactly what I wanted to show you. See this one lonely shape. So I'm gonna see what color I want to add, yellow or this orangey one, and orange. I'm not leaving it alone. Or I could have just add the line in between, just like this, and just leave it white if you want to leave the white space. So, just like this. I'm gonna add the line. I want to leave the white space in here, and I'm adding the lines in here. Okay. So what else you can do here? You can also add certain shades, right? So for example, I can add like a bright red shade in here. This is already stylization. This step is called stylization. So you make it stylish for yourself. You add certain shapes, shades, shapes. Say shades probably. Oof. Mhm. Oh, I feel a lot of energy right now. Okay. as I said, just a little bit of this bright green color. Okay, so this is enough for the colors as of now, and I have 2 more steps. Is I'm gonna add thicker lines in here, and this is like what we call in neurographics a universal energy, an absolute energy. I want to kind of like charge my entire manifestation process with the universal energy, and I'm going to see where I want to draw this line to just like this, and this line is going to be thicker than all other lines. You know, it's like when you look at big rivers, when they cross the land, right? You can see that they're very thick, and you can obviously tell that this is something like a big river or something, right? So this is exactly how it should be here on your drawing. A very thick and also neurographic line, not just a straight line. And look, when you draw the thicker line, there are always angles that will be appearing here, right? So you need to also kind of round them. Here we go. This is one line, and I want to make it very, very thick. And I want to draw another one right here. It could be 2 or more lines. Don't just make it like, you know, like very line, like thick line filled drawing. Just make it 2, 3, because it's also smaller size. I think 2 would be just enough. If you have a marker that is, you know, like the wider tip, you can use that. And unfortunately, all my markers, I use a lot of markers. So I just need to get new ones with thicker tip. But you can do that, and it's just going to be easier for you instead of just, you know, kind of like drawing this. All right. And there's another step, and we have the fixation here. I'm manifesting something, right? So I would like for the space to know there is something is right here. It's in the space. It's not somewhere floating. It's here. It's in my space. And what I see here, and usually what we do, it's the, you know, it's a circle, right? So you can find any circle right now that you may see. Maybe in your drawing you already see a circle. It could be also you know, it's like not a perfect shape, what do you call it, fixation, right, shape. So for me, I can see it right here, and that's not going to be like a circle, but that's going to be my right here. And this shape has to be also very noticeable. When you look at your drawing, you have to see, okay, this is it. This is what I'm manifesting. This is the decision. This is my statement. I see it now. And the universe also sees it. So you see, it's not a perfect circle, but it's still kind of like a circle. Not that I'm like trying to make it perfect, right? So, but yours could be exactly the just shape of circle, could be very straight, but also make it neurographical. So make the lines not straight, but very, very wavy. And make sure there are no new angles because they usually appear when you increase the size of the line. Here we go. So now in my work right now, and I'm also going to be, I'm going to work a little bit more on this around. Maybe I'm going to add certain lines in here. I'm going to see how I feel about it, right? So in here, you can definitely see, you know, two lines. You can see that there's no explosion. You cannot see it anymore. It's dissolved. There are two lines in here like that are thick, and you can say that they're there, you know, and there is also a statement here, and um, there are no angles, they're all rounded. Okay. Very good. Whew, I love it. I really love it. And I'm gonna also write down that I feel very energized, very enthusiastic. um, how would I feel? Inspired, light. I'm smiling. Smiling, I don't know why, but I'm smiling. I love to smile. Okay, so that's why the question mark. I want to come back and then associate everything, like see how I feel, see how I feel during the day. Okay, and pretty much this is it. I'm gonna switch the camera to the front camera right now. Okay. Okay, awesome. So we're done, and I'm doing it faster, of course, because I've been doing it for for so long. I have so many already drawings, so I'm doing it faster. But don't be discouraged. Just continue on your own pace. If you, there's only one thing where you can stop, and if you feel it, sometimes it happens. If you feel just a little bit like it's a lot, you know, it's just a lot of pressure, you can stop and take a pause only after you round the angles. Now that's the section, the step where you can round everything, because exactly when you're rounding angles, that's where you suppressing that, not suppressing, but you're getting rid of that resistance. You're getting rid of everything that's, you know, the conflicts that's going on, of different voices in your head, if you have those. So after rounding angles, you can make a pause and you can go for a walk. um, See how you feel, right? So we opened up, and people who will be joining in and watching this video afterwards, they will also add to the energy. So as I said, when we do it in a group, we combine all the energy, and those who maybe have just a little bit less that they need, they will receive it with with more, right? And those who have let's say 80%, they will receive 10%, for example. So we anyway going to expand the group energy. And I'm gonna tell you that this event will be happening every Sunday, because for me, I have a lot of things that I want to manifest in my life. So, you know, join, tell your friends, bring your family, bring anyone you want. I mean, this is actually also a very fun thing to do together. A couple notes here. I want you to let go of any expectation, any attachment, any disappointment in a way, right? Because you never know, like if that's good for you, it will be in your life. I guarantee. I've manifested a lot in my life so far, a lot. So, and when the intention is clear and is exactly what you actually want, because as again, sometimes we think we want it, but it's actually not this. So just wait, just see how it manifests. I know that with some of my clients, it manifests boom tomorrow, and I'm also putting my energy into this work with you guys. I know how big I am in the energetic world. So when I was ready to share it and go to the group, so it won't consume me, you know, and I'm going to be enough to share with you and to hold the space. That's when I started this event. So next, if you have any questions, and I would highly recommend you submitting your work in the group. Thank you. Submitting your group and your work in the group on Facebook, right? I'm gonna look at this, and if I see that there's something that you need to work on a little bit more, I will tell you, because that's important. Sometimes it's not happening just because we had a lot of vendors, but we don't see it. So that's why you have like I'm going to be your supervisor in a way. I'm going to look at your drawing and see, okay, this is something that you may not even notice, right? And you just need to fix it a little bit. Also, when you're submitting your work, I would love for you, and also now while you're watching it, see how you feel. What has changed for you? Even it's your feelings, it's your emotion, and your physical state, how you feel, you know, because at the end of the day, we all just want to feel calm, peace of mind, and happy, right? So see how you feel after this practice. See how you feel yourself during the day. I would highly recommend you to leave this in front of you for a couple of days. So you have the neurons that right now are like reorganizing in your head. You also have the space that is reorganizing again, and depends on how you know how energetically big you are, I guess, right? Like where are you right now, on the lower levels or on the higher levels? The space will be, you know, like spiraling faster or not that fast for people who just getting into it, right? But don't be discouraged that right now the time is when everything is super fast. Like time is not the time that it was before. So I'm telling you, even if you just started, believe me, you're gonna catch up very fast. So leave this piece of work and your manifestation process in front of you for a couple of days. You have to see, it has to be a reminder for you how you felt, what were you doing, because sometimes even though we want certain things, we don't do anything for that, right? Because like say, if you want to manifest anything, you definitely need to go out like somewhere to your to the space to see, because that's not that's impossible just from nothingness, right? It has to be a person, it has to be an event, or even like a sign that you see, let's say, and you all of a sudden notice something, and you're like, oh my God, that's a sign. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I needed. And boom, right? So you have to do certain things. It's not that you're going to be sitting on the couch and, you know, in this anecdote, when a guy asked for like, hey God, can I please at least win the lottery, I need money. And the God goes, well, you know what, go and buy a ticket, a lottery ticket at least, right? So this is exactly how it works with us. We at least need to get out of our own comfort zone and go and open our eyes. So with this, it's also like right now your vision is opening up from narrow to broader. So just pay attention how you feel, pay attention how the space is organizing itself, and like send me on the Facebook, submit your pictures. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm going to create like a photo album. Yeah, good idea. And that's where you can submit all your work, and I'm just going to be supervising you and helping you if you have any questions. So thank you so much. I'm grateful for everyone who joined today live, who is watching, also and doing this session. I'm happy to share this with you, this gift that found me, Neurographics, right? I'm very grateful for you. I'm very grateful for the energy. I'm grateful for the trust. I'm grateful for everything that is going on right now. And I wish you to have a happy day and happy life and everything that let it be filled with love and gratitude for you. Okay, thank you so much, Julia Dars, and it's Soul Hero Communities on Facebook every Sunday exactly at the same time. If something changes, I will notify you, because my space is also right now reorganizing very quickly. But as of now, every Sunday, 11 a.m., that's like the manifestation challenge. We're going to be working on exactly the same thing for you, like, in the group together until you get it. And then we can start another challenge. Okay. So thank you so much. Mwah. Have a great day. Kisses, hugs, and I'll see you next time.